Hi there, it's Anika. This is Lesson 4, User Input. In our Lemonade program, every time we want to start a new lemonade stand, we'll have to change the values of each of the variables. We don't want to do that because that requires effort, so instead we'll use user input. What user input does is it allows the user to input values into the program without changing the actual program itself. If you want to use user input in your program, first you need to write import java.utilScanner. This has to be outside of your public class. Think of scanner as a machine. The import method brings the blueprint of the machine over to your program, and the scanner in equals new scanner creates the machine inside of your program. To get the user input, we can first prompt the user using a print line statement. For example, enter your name. Then we store in.nextLine, which gets the next string, into a variable. In.nextInt gets the next integer, in.nextDouble gets the next double, and so on. So let's do this for our Lemonade program. So the first thing we want to do is import the scanner. Then we want to create the scanner inside of the code. We want to ask the user how many cups they've sold, and then we want to input what they've written into the num cup sold. The next thing we want to do is ask them how much they're going to sell the cup for. And then the cost of cup will equal in.nextDouble. So let's run this. It asks us how many cups sold. We'll say 40,000. And what's the cost of each cup? We'll say 400. Our program works, and we've made a profit. Let's do a quick review. What data type does each of these lines get from the user? In.nextInt gets an integer, and the keyword is int. In.nextBoolean gets a boolean. In.nextString gets an error in your code. There's no such thing as nextString. This should be replaced with nextLine. You can represent a new line inside of a string by doing /n, and you can indent a line by saying -t. Now let's do the mini project report card. In this project, you should prompt the user using the scanner to input 3 test scores and store these values into variables. From this, then calculate the average and output the data. You should determine whether each test passed and if their overall average passed. In this case, them passing means their score was above 60. Pause the video and get started. I'm assuming you're finished now, so let's look at the code. The first thing we'd have to add in our code, since we want to use a scanner, is import java.utilScanner. Then we created the scanner and asked the user for the first score. Then the next double that the user typed would be put inside score 1. And boolean did pass 1 would be true if score 1 was greater than 60, and false if it was less than or equal to 60. We can repeat this for the 3 different scores and calculate the average using arithmetic operations. We put averages greater than 60 into boolean average pass and print everything out. As you can see here, I used -t pass to indicate a tab between score 1 and passed. What we could have done, but I didn't do because I wanted my code to be clear, we could have added -n after did pass 1 and connected this into one single line, but I thought it'd be clear if I printed it in separate lines. So if we run this, it asks for the first score. Let's say it was 65. Second score, 76, and third score, 397. So that's it for today's class, and remember you can go to bit.ly/codingforkidsjava to do exercises and read the chapters, and you can check us out at MathAndCoding.org. Thank you.